to another live stream. It feels like I was just doing this like 15 minutes ago. Um, so I'm going to wait a few minutes to let people start getting into the chat. Stevie Lee says that she got the notification for this even though it's a half an hour away. Silly YouTube. One of the things I love about YouTube is the fact that it it will send you a notification 30 minutes ahead of a live stream. That way, if it's something that you were wanting to catch, like, oh, that's right, Paper Susan Vacation's going live in 30 minutes, or Zippity Doodad, or Myers and the Mouse, or whoever is going live in 30 minutes. And well, Pam Spam's here and says dinner was so good. I think didn't I see you say you had chili or something? And yes, long time no see. I was saying it's been a whole 15 minutes since I've seen some y'all. We're up to 3 people in the chat, and I don't think one of those is me because I'm exited out, so that's good. So welcome everyone in to the stream. After last week's haul live stream, I had several people message me and say, Lena, we want to see more of what you got at the yard sale. So I decided to go ahead and do a couple more. I've kind of divided it out between this week and next week. And so hopefully between this week and next week, I could finish showing you everything that I got, and we can do a little bit more in the stream other than me showing you this kind of crafting supplies that I got. Though apparently you guys like getting deals just like me, so I love that. And thank you guys so much for all of your support. I greatly appreciate it. Just making sure to Pepper Tree Villa says, hey Lena, hey Arnie, welcome into the stream. I'm sorry that I missed your tree decorating. But Mama Mouse and I were crafting it up over here. So I think it's something that we're going to be doing on a weekly basis. Hey, Diz Our Dreams, Angela, it's good to see you. Some of you guys have seen very, very recently. Diz Our Dreams, I'm so glad that you are here because you have a wrench for my channel now. I was waiting for you to show up over here. So congratulations on your blue wrench, Does Our Dreams. My channel is growing so quickly, I need more than just a couple moderators, which is kind of crazy. I didn't think it would be something that would happen so quickly, so I appreciate you guys being here so much. And Mike Wheeler, hey, I'm back for at least 12 minutes, going to go see the castle lighting, and then I'll be back. Yes, I'm competing with the live stream of the castle lighting, the first castle lighting of the season. So I understand if you'd rather go watch that than this. I completely understand. Cargo 619, thanks for dropping in. I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes before I start showing you my stack of stuff. Like I was saying a little bit ago, I kind of divided it up. Hopefully between this week and next week, I can show you everything. It may end up going a little bit over an hour. I hope that's okay. Mama Mouse is in the house. Hey! So, all right. We've got 8 people watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. So I guess I will go ahead and get started. So the first couple things I'm going to show you were actually things that Sam picked. I have never seen them before. They are Disney Magic Artist stencil kits. And it says it comes with 2 stencil sheets, 40 sheets of paper, and a reusable pouch. And they are simply stencils. I'm trying to figure out the glare. Hold on. Let me try to darken my screen a little bit. Hey, that helps a little bit. They are simply stencils, and Sam wanted them because he does wood burning, and he's going to try to use them for the wood burning. It does have some paper in here, and what I will probably end up doing with the paper is give it to my mom because she works with Prairie View. So I will give that to her for her kids to color on. And Stacey Rogers is in the house. Hey, welcome in. And then there was a Disney Princess one, and it's the same way. It's got stencils in it and the paper in the back. And these were only $1 each, so they were a really good deal. It looks like there were 6 kits in all, and there were stamping kits and stencils. There was Lion King, Pooh, and Princess for both. So he picked up the Winnie the Pooh and the Princess stencil, Magic Artist stencil kits for his wood burning, and I will give the paper to my mom. The next thing I picked up, because I knew I was making cards with Mama Mouse last week, and I wasn't quite sure how it was going to go. This is an easy to make card set. It was $1 because there's a lot of things missing out of it. And here's what it looks like. It's just in a little box. And it originally came with 24 note cards and envelopes, pre-cut decor, 3 yards of ribbon, mounting foam, which is not in there, patterns, which is not in there, sticker set is not in there, assorted beads, trinkets, and charms, and 2 how-to books. Yes, everything. Carga 619. Last Saturday, I went to a scrapbooking garage sale at a local scrapbook store down in Andover, Kansas called ScrapFunAttic. And I spent about $300, and everyone was really interested in what I purchased. So I did a live stream last week with some things. I'm doing another live stream this week and then next week. So it's a 3-part series of the things that I bought because everyone really liked seeing it. So the cards kind of look like this, and there are quite a few of them left. There are no envelopes, and I take that, nope, I take that back. And then there's an idea book. There is some ribbon, and oh, there's the envelopes. They were under over here. There's the right words for every occasion. I liked it because I kind of wanted the idea books out of it, and I figured for $1, I didn't even look inside of it when I picked it up. I was just excited about the idea books. I grabbed, these were the first things that I picked up. I got some Cricut mats on sale. I got a purple mat, which is the strong grip. I got a blue mat, which is the light grip. And I got a brand new package of the regular green mats. Brand new, those 2 in the package. So I was excited to grab those. I almost lost a finger in the process. No kid joking there. But I got those, and I'm putting them up with the rest of my mats, which are right above my crafting desk. Those actually get put away right away. The next thing is a package of stickers. They are from the Paper Studio, and they are bowling stickers. And I thought these would be nice if Sam and I go to Disney Springs and bowl at Splitsville. So I thought those were pretty cute. I got, this is just a single sheet. It was 50 cents. And it has Hollywood on it. And it reminded me of Hollywood Studios. So I figured for 50 cents, it's got the Hollywood letters and the masks and the stars, Rising Star, Hall of Fame, the little cameras. So I thought that was perfect for Hollywood Studios. This was all in a package for $1. Does our dreams? Yes. Yours, you probably have the baby bug, which is a 6x12. All of the expression and up take a 12x12 mat, and that's what those are. Those are they will fit a 12x12 piece of paper. Dances with Goofy, it is Mom and Mouse. So when I picked up this package of paper, it was said $1 on it, and I picked it up because I saw this blue piece of glitter paper on the front, and it was $1. I'm like, awesome, glitter paper for $1. Guys, I hit the jackpot with this dollar purchase. This isn't blue glitter paper. It's blue glitter vinyl. That's right, blue glitter vinyl. So there were 3 sheets of blue glitter vinyl. There are 1, 2, 3 sheets of green glitter vinyl. And then there is a piece of shimmer blue 8.5 by 11 like cardboard style paper. Then there is holographic paper. More of the holographic paper. A different type of blue holographic paper, and this is self-stick. So I haven't tested it out yet. Yeah, you can see it's kind of like holographic vinyl. So I would probably cut it the same way. There's silver paper. There's more of the holographic glitter sticker paper and more of the glitter gold paper. So for $1, I hit the jackpot with this. The reason that it's already open is because I was making a card for one of my 12 days of Vlogmas videos, and I wanted this blue glitter that I knew I had in this folder, and finding out it was the blue glitter vinyl made my day, because then I don't have to try to put all the adhesive on the back. It's already done. Oh, excuse me. Okay, the next thing that I picked up, actually one of my friends found it for me, and it was like, this is a Disney World and Disneyland actual merchandise. And it was $2, and I didn't look at it until I got home. What it is a slip in the plastic for your photo, and then you can write notes along the side. And I was trying to decide, well, how can I use this and in scrapbooking, because I don't want to just slide my pictures in. Then I had an idea. I'm going to take this with me, and I'm going to have the character's autograph by where their picture will go, and then I'll be able to slip a photo inside this album, and it would be a perfect grandparents or Easter gift for my grandma. So she can get all characters can autograph it, maybe write her a note, etc., etc. So, and it was, like I said, it was only $2, and I think she will love it. So pretty. Yes, I love pretty scrapbooking items. I like my pages to look pretty. So next, I felt like, I don't know if you have seen the original movie directed by Kenny Ortega, Newsies, with Christian Bale, but I felt like the King of New York with this next purchase. It was a quarter. It was a Creative Memories punch, but it was the Disney one. It has the Mickey head, and it has the little star punch. And like I said, it was only a quarter. A quarter, a quarter. I was thrilled. The funnier part about the garage sale is I actually went through 3 times. I went through initially once because I wanted to know how much I had spent, which, well, I'd already spent over. So Sam encouraged me to buy more. I blame all my extra spending on Sam. And so then I was kind of waiting for one of my friends, and I found that stamp for 25 cents. And then I found this stamp. It's a Creative Memories punch, and it is little stars, and you can use it for like a border, and it was only 50 cents. I kid you not. I will show you on screen. 50 cents. Sorry, it's upside down. 50 cents. If you live in Kansas, or you live close enough that you feel like a drive is worth going to a scrapbook store, twice a year, ScrapFunAttic does this massive consignment yard sale. And you can find almost anything that you may not even know that you are looking for at these garage sales. So if you want to go, I will keep you guys updated on when the next one is. There's normally two. There's one in the spring and there's one in the fall. I'm going to take a break real quick and scroll up through the chat. I feel like I'm ignoring you guys. Pam Sam, how often do I go through one mat? It depends on how hard I'm working the mat and if I'm using glitter. If I am doing just paper, I can probably get one, and I'm not using it daily. I can probably get 6 months out of it. If I am steadily working on something, like I'm working on cuts for Crops of Love, or I'm working on something for a swap, I can probably get one full swap out of one mat, which is about 800 cuts. But I clean my mats really well. I use the Cricut tools. This is a squeegee piece, and I just kind of clean the mat and make sure to get all the extra fibers and things off of the mat before I use it. Also, I clean my blade in between uses, especially if I've used glitter on my blade. I will take the blade housing out and I will actually kind of clean off the blade to make sure that all the glitter is off. Just to make sure that it keeps off the blade so it doesn't try to keep cutting through a little speck of glitter. I'll have to take a picture and show you one of these days. Yes, my guess is if you think my mats are really large, that you have the 6x12 is what I'm guessing. Thank you, Pam Spam, for putting in my address. Yes, I'd love to, and I would love to add you to my Christmas list. So if you would like to get a Christmas card for me, please send me a message with your name and address on Instagram, and I will be happy to add you to my Christmas card list. Yes, never use construction paper on your mats. Construction paper is a very fibrous paper, unlike scrapbooking paper, which is a cardstock, and it is it will stick to a mat. Now, a brand new mat is more sticky than a mat that you have been using for a while. I always take a new mat, try to just grab one here, and I will literally put my hands all over it and just kind of do this all over, or I will take and I will stick it to my clothes because the oils from your fingers or the fibers from your clothes will help. It won't take all the stick away, but it will take that instantaneous seal away from the mat. Otherwise, you can ruin a mat brand new out of the package by putting the wrong weight of paper on it. All right. So some of the next couple things I'm going to show you, I actually didn't purchase for me. I purchased them for Crops of Love, and Crops of Love is a nonprofit organization that makes wish trip books for Make-A-Wish trip kids. They are non-for-profit, they're a 501c3, and so I try to, when I go to scrapbook garage sales or I go to the thrift store, I try to think, oh, is this something that they could use in a book to save them money? I spent $2.50 total on these two things. There are cruise stickers, and they are glittered. They are glittery, and look at the big, massive cruise ship down at the bottom. Now they probably won't use all of these, but they can use some of them, and some is better than none. And the other pay is a brand new kit, and it's endorsed by Royal Caribbean International Cruise Line. It is a page kit from one of the cruise ships for Royal Caribbean. And I know that sometimes Wish kids like to go on cruises, and Royal Caribbean does grant wishes. So I was like, for $1, this is perfect for them, and it will go in the box that I have going for Make a Wish. All right, so some of the next things that I've got over here are big packages of things. So I'm going to start with the smallest and work my way up. Oh, the first thing actually, this was 50 cents and it is marked as travel pages. So like I told you, I don't know what's in, if you missed my stream last week, one of the rules at the garage sale is that you cannot open up the packages. What the reason is because people were pulling individual things out and then no one knows where it goes back into, and then the seller doesn't get credit for selling it. So there's a hard and fast rule that you don't open up the packages. So I only know what I could see. But this was labeled as travel pages. So let's take a look and see what I've got. This says, remember December 25th, so it is Christmas themed, and it looks like you could write things in on the lines like an old ledger. So maybe you could write what you got for Christmas or what kind of things you did, and it is double-sided, and the back says, giving holiday joy, tree celebrate, twinkle magic, 'tis the season, joy gifts, Noel, merry and bright wishes, ho, ho, ho. So you could use either side. I would probably end up using this side as a photo block and put a photo in the center. This is another one that it says highlights from the journey around the edges, and it's another kind of ledger style paper. You could put, maybe the different things that you did. On the back, it is double-sided. It says travel, and it's got a map on it. And it looks like this one is the same as that last one, but it looks like someone cut it in half to maybe use just a portion of it. And they cut it in half. So I could probably cut out like just the travel part and use it. And this says destination on one side, and it's got little grid work on the back. And this kind of reminds me with the stamps on it of being part of like a passport. So I'm not quite sure how I don't know exactly how I will use all of this, but I could cut out the portion that has the stamps. I could cut out this where this says destination. I don't have to use it all. Excuse me. What I could do with the map portion is I do have a Mickey Mouse head punch. I could take and I could punch out Mickey heads, and you wouldn't be able to tell really what the map was. And I could use that for like Epcot. Apparently someone was going to get black tuxedo tie paint because this is a Valspar paint swatch. Hashtag not a sponsor. So that's probably going to go into the trash. These look like they are Project Life cards that someone was using. This says Our Trip. So that's a nice little journaling card. This is another one of the same. And this one just kind of has a little star in the center for journaling around it. And then these are more of the same of the first two pieces that I showed you with the highlights of the trip and travel, and then the Christmas on one side and the journaling kind of ledger on the other. And the last piece for that is just something that simply has a T and it says travel on it. So that I paid 50 cents for. And then here are some rhinestones that I picked up. These are kind of multicolored gemstones and clear stick-on gemstones. M&M peanut, are they peanut and regular M&M stickers. These are actually retired. They don't make these anymore. So I was very excited to find those. One of my friends that I went with, Brenda, found these for me, and I thought they were adorable. They are just little adult beverage bottles, so those would definitely be for Epcot. Then I have a whole thing of stickers, and I paid $1 for this whole bundle, and the whole reason I picked it up was because the front was Disney princess stickers, and there's a lot of sheets of stickers in here, as you can tell. So let's open it up and see what's in here. Make sure I'm Mama Mouse goes bling. Stevie Lee says M&M's yummy. Yes, somewhere in some of my boxes up over here, I have some shaker M&Ms that have like little things inside of them that make them rattle. I went through some things because I know some kids make wishes to go to Vegas, and they have a big M&M store there. All right, so we've got this sheet of princess stickers that has Cinderella and Aurora. Sorry, spaced out for a second. Then we've got Belle. These are cute. And these look like they are Sandy Lion, so these are very much retired stickers. Sorry, Cinderella on this sheet. Those bottles are cute. Yes, they are. I will try to send you an up-close photo of those. And these are Disney. These look like they're supposed to be like little snapshots. So they are the princesses like doing different things, like little snapshot style stickers. And then these are, they say Prima Ballerina. These are probably going to go in my Crops of Love stack. I don't need any ballerina stickers. And more ballerina stickers. And then a little hearts border. It's got daisies on one side and checkers on the other. Sorry. And then these are just some like little decor. It says baby girl border on the back from me and my big idea. It does have the tear at the top and at the bottom. So my guess is this was purchased from a scrapbook store themselves. The old ones that used to have like the big rolls of stickers that you could go in and buy. So that's probably going to go in my Crops of Love stack. This says Kids at Play, and it's got all outdoor things, bubbles, and a little pool, and a slide, and a tire swing. This will go over in my Crops of Love pile too. These are some more borders. It calls it mini polka dot borders. Welcome back to the stream, Mike Wheeler. We are looking at scrapbooking things. This one is called Safari Borders. So I would probably save this one and use it myself for Animal Kingdom. Definitely got the Animal Kingdom vibe going on. Somebody used part of that one, but that's all right. I can make that work. And there's two of this one. It is just kind of little gingham borders. And there's green, pink, and blue. And there were 2 sheets of those. So those are going to go in the Crops of Love stack. These are, oh, okay, I know what these are. These are, I don't know if you'll be able to see them very well. They are white, and they are little photo corners for decorating maybe like a wedding album, because they have little wedding characters and little roses in the corner. This is a Francis Meyer garden border set. Very cute. That would be good for like flower and garden festival or something. Mike Wheeler says, I am so excited. I've got cherry cordial kisses and mint chocolate truffle kisses. Mike, lay off the sugar, dude. I worry about your sugar intake. All right, and this is just some like little garden, little flowers with buttons in the center. And then this one over here, right here, they used part of it. That's cute. Letter stickers. I don't use letter stickers anymore. I cut all of my letters. So that will go in the Crops of Love pile. Okay, this is Jeff now filling in for short order cook Angela. So what is short order cook Angela cooking you for dinner? And congrats on Jeff on you guys' Blue Ridge tonight. This one says it is from Stickopotamus, and it says just a bloomin'. So it's got some flower and garden decor. Here is more letter stickers. They are, I think they're blue or they're black. They're black. It says black alphabet extras. So maybe it's got A-E-I-O-U-Y and then letters. So maybe, letters that you use more of. I guess that makes sense. And then this last sheet from that is teddy bear letters. So they're letters of the alphabet with little teddy bears. They're very cute, but nothing that I would ever use. That is one of the downfalls of not being able to look through the packages, is not really knowing what you're going to get and how much of it you are going to be able to use. What some people do is they buy up the items and then they put back in, like, say, I would grab a Ziploc bag and put all of the items that I didn't want in there, and I would hold on to them until the spring garage sale, and I would pay the fee to be a consigner, and then I would put all that stuff back into the garage sale. So who knows how many times these same stickers have been resold and resold and resold. I'd be very interested to know that personally. So that was the stickers. Now, as you know, if you've listened to me ramble on before, I love scrap paper. A lot of people will throw their scrap paper away. I don't. I think it's very usable. This is going to be really loud. I'm sorry. Okay. I love my scrap paper. I use it when I don't want to break out a brand new sheet of paper for something, when I'm making cards, when I'm doing other things. Sorry, they had it taped shut, so I had to get all the packing tape off of it before I could open it up. So if I see somebody selling a bag of scrap paper, I jump on it, because what is scrap to someone else is probably not going to be scrap to me. For instance, it looks like there's 12 by 12 paper in here, and it says assorted scrap paper. 12 by 12 scrap is not a scrap to me. A scrap to me is so small I can't punch a Mickey head out of it. That is why I have boxes and boxes and boxes of Mickey heads, because I don't let any paper go to waste. So let's open up this baggie and see what someone else considered scrap. All right. Make sure I get it all and don't drop anything. Okay. So It looks like I've got some green polka dot. And oh, this is pretty. So one side has kind of a green star on it, but the side that's awesome is this side. It's got like different colored mandalas on it. That is so pretty. I um what I actually think of with this is, oh, what pavilion is it? What is the pavilion in Epcot that you can get the henna tattoos? Is that Morocco? This reminds me of a henna tattoo, especially, sorry, this one right here by my finger. It reminds me of a henna tattoo. So I would probably, because I usually get a henna tattoo while we're on vacation, and so I would probably use this for a photo of my henna tattoo. And because that, guys, is this a scrap to you? I have to know. I have to know how long this is. Okay. This is my paper trimmer, and it has a fold out ruler on it. Okay, this piece of paper that someone considered scrap is 13 by 9. 13 by 9. I don't understand. Okay, is 13 by 9 a scrap to you guys? It sure isn't to me. All right. In here, it looks like there's lots of little doodad type things that would be perfect for like making cards. Like this one says, "Live for the moment you cannot put into words." Come on, focus. Is that not pretty? And that would be perfect on a card. And this whole little baggie of stuff is all kind of the same. And it looks like that's kind of what it was made for. They say have a Merry Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. So this looks like it's a little package to make Christmas cards. Here is more scrap. Here it looks like a little blue ocean waves. This one's just like different green zigzag and colored zigzag. Little blue stars. And the other side looks like it's supposed to be like newsprint. So I know that Sam likes fish and chips. So this would be like the perfect background for like a fish and chip layout. This has got stars on one side and really pretty ornaments on the other. This is what some people consider scrap, guys. I don't get it. I mean, maybe it's because I use everything down to there's nothing left to use anymore, but I don't consider this scrap. One side is a green zigzag, and the other side is little Christmas houses, and there's two pieces of that. Same this way, it's got a green dot on one side, and the other side is just little phrases about Christmas. And there's two sheets of that. This looks like, somebody did a print and cut. I can tell because there's the corner piece. So that's just trash. Mike says, believe it or not, I don't have an issue with my sugar. Well, Mike, I am glad to hear that. Here's a piece that somebody, obviously cut something out and didn't. I always trim mine down because I don't want to have something like this. So I would probably trim this down and take this part here and punch Mickey heads out of it. This, let's see. Yep, it's still just there to punch Mickey heads out of. So this will probably be Mickey head material, this black here. Now, I will show you something that is scrap. This is trash. There's no way to use this. It is done. It has served its purpose. This goes in the trash. Little itty bitty piece of blue. It is small. I'll kind of see, it is very small. So this probably would go into the I'm going to punch out a Mickey head out of it. This is another where there's two pieces of the same sheet. There's Christmas trees on one side that are multicolored, And the other side is red and green gingham. I'm wondering if somebody put together page layouts, maybe like a scrap kit class or something, because there's so many of this, like there's duos, and these would like be perfect for like a 5x7 sheet of paper. So on one side is a whole bunch of holiday numbers, and on the back is stripes. Stevely, so much Christmas paper. I've got so much Christmas paper to show you guys next week too. And more of this ornaments and the stars. This is green dot paper. And then there's just some white cardstock. I don't keep a lot of white cardstock because I don't use a whole lot of white cardstock. Again, very little thin piece that's trash to me. I wouldn't use it. Here's more of this green dotted paper. Here is just some solid, oh, it's not just solid red. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this is actually a shimmery glitter red. And I've got I've got a long strip of that. That's more junk. This is the shimmery glitter. And I got lots of this shimmery red glitter paper. Pretty. Somebody literally took a chunk, and not even an even chunk, out of this and was done with it. Okay. I mean, can you guys see how uneven that is? But yeah, that's the only thing that considers this scrap. I mean, granted, it's not a full piece of paper, so it is scrap. But I would have found something else instead of cutting it into a brand new piece of paper. So on one side is this kind of blue gingham, and the other side has little tennis balls on it, and it's from a line called Fetch. So I'm assuming that it was maybe in a set for like an animal. Here's more of the light green dotted paper. Yeah, I agree, Sue. That's crazy. Here's just another piece of little scrap that can go in the trash. This is a very, very, very teeny tiny little piece. I bet I'm only going to get maybe 2 Mickey heads out of this. Let's see. All right. And on one side is the gingham, and on the other side is little Easter eggs. So I'm going to try to get the Easter egg side. So I'm going to go right down into the corner as far as I can. So there's one. I'm going to go all the way, kind of border it and do 2. Let's see. I'm trying to turn it every possible way. Haha. I was able to get 3 Mickey heads out of that little piece of paper. See? Little milkweed Mickey head. And on the other side, the little gingham. So I have a box that I'll just put these in when I'm done with the stream. More white paper, a strip of black that's usable, and a larger piece of black. This is a decent sized piece of white. It's pretty much a half sheet, and it is Basil. So I will keep this. I'll trim off the top with the barcode, and that will go in my scrap box. Same with this piece of black Basil. Here's another one where I'm not quite sure what they were thinking. Hi. I know what a right angle looks like. So I'll kind of trim this down and so I have like a half sheet of it, and then this will be just a small square. And it is from the line Boba Bunny's Back to Basics Black Tie Affair. It's a very pretty paper. I do like it. Here is some just gingham. One side is this little brown with stripes in it, and the other side is this gingham. What I'll probably do is I'll probably punch this one down into Mickey heads, and this one I will clean up to make it a smaller square. And if I can use any of the extra to punch Mickey heads out, I will. That's one of the things that I definitely do. is when I'm putting away my scrap pieces, I um I try to make sure that they're cut evenly so that if I'm looking for a piece of black that's 5 by 7, um, something to know that I can just mark, I can line it up on one of my Cricut mats because each one of these squares represents 1 inch. So I know that if I need 5 by 7, I can just do 5 by 7 and lay it on my mat and know if it's going to fit what I need to or not. Again, here's another piece of paper that someone cuts a random, piece out of, and it's not even. So I'll go in and clean all this up. Oh, this one's going to get you. Stevie Lee, you may not want to look. My guess is maybe the way it's cut. Um, a child got a hold of this particular piece of paper and was playing with the scissors. But, so one side looks like grandma's couch. And the other side is cute. It's got little keys and it's got owls on them. So that's actually kind of a cute paper. But I looked again, I can't. Angela is back. Dinner is served. Angela, what did you make for dinner? I'm kind of everyone keeps talking about making dinner. Stevie Lee wants to know too. What are we having for dinner? All right, so here's another. This looks like it came out of a little pad, and it looks like they maybe were tracing a pumpkin on it. So I will probably just punch this into Mickey heads later. This is, oh, it's shimmery on both sides. So I'll clean that up and put that in my glitter box. Here's more that I'll probably just punch into Mickey heads because when you start cutting it down, once it gets so small, I don't keep it. I don't keep it in my box. I just punch it into Mickey heads, which is why I have so many. This is just a piece of gingham. It's gray, I think. Yeah, it's gray gingham. And just dots and more dots, polka dot orange. There's big dots on one side and little dots on the other. This is from a paper that's themed of dogs because one side is the bones and the other side is little dogs, and I've got a couple strips of that. Again, I've got just like little teeny tiny little pieces that, I'll get a few Mickey heads out of, and that's literally all that that piece of paper would be good for. Stevie Lee, why do I want a ton of Mickey heads? I use them in my books. I will do hidden Mickeys. I use them for ornaments on a tree that I can make. I sometimes use them in birthday cards for someone that I know loves Disney. So I definitely use them. And it's also a good way for me to use that paper that I know I can't cut, but it's still salvageable. Pam's fam says, I want a panini press to make sandwiches. That sounds so good. Pam, check Macy's if you have one. On Black Friday, I got a panini press when we were on active duty for $10. So, Stevie, that is why I love Mickey heads because they are really versatile and I can use them in more than one way. Not everyone is going to want to take the time to set and punch out Mickey heads. That it's totally a personal thing, and like I said, some people aren't even going to waste the time it takes. They're going to be like, no, that's going to take too much time. Me, I'd rather take the time to do it than throw away paper. This looks like it is going to the perfect size for a photo mat. It is pink gingham. This is a pink flowers on one side and pink gingham on the other, and I've got a couple pieces of that. And it looks like somebody was working on maybe a 4th of July paper, maybe with some of the paper that you can cut things out of, because here's one that says red, white, and boom. Here's some more, one that says land that I love, 4th of July, little firecracker. One says fireworks and freedom. This one says life, liberty, and the pursuit of sparklers. That one's pretty cute. Those are great little fill-in papers. This paper reminds me of Minnie's birthday dress, this side at least does, from this past summer. Lots of little confetti. I've got several pieces of that. The back side is just some weird little leaves. And then this is kind of pink waves with flowers. Stacey Rogers, no worries. I am still going through paper because people like to see it, apparently. This one says the best is yet to come. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of white down at the bottom. So that's kind of cute. And the other side is just blue. This is more that green paper with the mandalas on the front that we saw at the beginning that I thought I really liked. And then some smaller pieces of the polka dotted paper. Mama Mouse, which one are you saying awe about? There's lots of awe paper. I love going through other people's scraps because you just never know what you're going to find. And it really is the saying that one person's trash is another person's treasure. And I really think that we see that by those who still enjoy going to garage sales. I know growing up, Mom worked a full week and she was off Mondays and Tuesdays. She worked all day Tuesday through Friday and half a day Sunday for church. But Saturday mornings were reserved for Mom, Mimi, which is what we called our grandma, and I to go garage sailing. And I got a quarter. I got maybe $1, depending on what I found at the garage sale. But I usually could find books, and Mom was definitely okay buying books. But I love to find other things that I could take home and, play with. So garage sales to me are just the epitome of one person's trash is another person's treasure. And I think that, a lot of people today don't like to garage sale. And I know even in our town that does citywide garage sales, um, I know when we first moved here almost 9 years ago, like there was probably a front and back sheet worth of garage sales. But now people just don't like, either they don't want to take the time or they don't have the time to do them. And so they're really just kind of going by the wayside, which is really sad. Um, we do a garage sale, and I don't know if we're going to do it this year or not. We haven't kind of made the decision yet as a team, but my Relay for Life team does a by donation garage sale. People just bring the items that they want to get rid of. And some people, like my friend Renee, had a bike and she did put some pricing on a few of her more expensive things. Like she had a bike, she had a really expensive Graco high chair. And so she put some higher prices on those, and people didn't even balk at it. They're like, yeah, fine, great. But most of the things were done by donation just because it was a fundraiser for Relay. But I only think there were maybe 15 to 20 garage sales all weekend. So it was so sad. Desert Dream says, yes, that is what was so nice about those crops. You got so much done and you could share stuff. Definitely. Stacey Rogers says, I have the game Happy Color on my tablet, and I love coloring mandalas. Of course, Ray would ask if it was Winnie or Nelson. And Stevie Lee says, I love garage sales and penny socials and basket raffles. I go with my mom. Aw, I love that. I love spending time with my mom. Stacy Rogers says, I think with apps that make selling yourself easier, people tend to go that route instead of a garage sale. Stacy, I agree with you. And people can typically, where maybe you could only put like $2 or $3 on it for a garage sale, and that's the high end for a garage sale, depending on what it is, you could probably put 5 to 8 on an app and people aren't going to blink an eye, which baffles me, but I guess that's just the way it is. Side note, I'm sitting in my craft room and it is 5:55 and it is pitch black outside. Does this depress anyone else? Just side note there. Desert Dream says, yes, that is true, Stacey, and you can cast a wider net as well. Yes, and along with like Facebook Marketplace and things like that. The days of the garage sales are coming to an end, I think. So back to the scrap things. This side is little yellow flowers, and the other side is really pretty little flowers. I like this. This is more of this pink waves with the other flowers on it. This is pink with white hearts on one side, and it looked like maybe little calendar blocks on the back. I would never use the calendar blocks. I would probably use the little hearts. And I have a whole sheet, almost a full sheet of it. So I will definitely just use the heart side of that. Yeah. I'm one that says hate's a very strong word, but yeah, I'll go with that. I hate that. So more of this one. It's got a little bit of a cut on it, so I'll probably trim that off, and this part down here will become Mickey heads. So if you get a Christmas card from me, more than likely you're getting Mickey heads in it, just an FYI. So just some pieces of blue. More of this yellow with this type of flower on it. This was obviously a print and cut through the Cricut. You can see the guidelines. That's just trash. Sometimes someone else's trash is just someone else's trash. Just some kind of yellowy goldenrod color. Some black, different colors of black. This one will definitely be just made into Mickey heads, and it's a embossed black dot. I'm going to guess that that's going to be basil because that's what it feels like. Panster says, yes, I don't like it getting dark so soon, but I love Christmas shopping if it's dark outside and it's snowing. The lights put me in the mood. Me too. However, it is a 30-minute drive from where we are at to the nearest Walmart and an hour to the closest mall. So to get into town, you have to come off of a back highway and up a back country road. And so the winter makes me nervous in a vehicle, not because I'm worried about like driving or the weather, and Sam is a fantastic driver, don't get me wrong. It's more of the anxiety of the weather makes me very nervous. And if I know that there's a potential for weather, I will take headphones with me and I will put on something on Hulu or YouTube or something to focus on while Sam is driving. Otherwise, I drive him a little bananas. Pan Sam, do I do any other shapes besides Mickey heads? I have not, because I didn't have any other punches. I don't do a whole lot with punches, but I did pick up a few that are different at the garage sale. So I might. but I love doing Mickey heads because they're little 1-inch Mickey heads. So this side is a red kind of gingham, and the back was some random card pieces that you could cut apart, so I would only probably use this side. Jacqueline, welcome in. Thanks for joining up the live stream. So this is another one of a two-sided. One side is kind of this blue diamond, and the other side is some of those that you can just kind of cut apart and use for filler, and they are Easter themed. This is a black and white dot on one side, and a child, I'm going to guess this was out of a boy's kit because there's a little boy camping in the living room and bugs. So that's actually kind of cute. But I will use this side. And then this is a shimmer purple. Shimmer, shimmer. I'll kind of trim it up and take that care of that. This is a solid piece of basil with a corner cut out, and it is Mitchell Gray. See, corners cut out. I think this came from the scrapbook store. Somebody actually, maybe not, because somebody actually took the kit. The kit was Adventure Awakens or Adventure Awaits from Echo Park, and they cut apart the top that has all the different what the different papers looked like. That definitely is trash to me. And here's another kind of, it's almost a distressed light blue. 8 people in the stream. Thank you so much for hanging with me tonight as we go through more stuff. I can't believe it takes so long to go through everything I've got. Pam Sam says, so far we have 6 people in the craft swap. Jacqueline, Stevie Lee, Lena, Meg from Mickey's Magic, Mama Mouse, and Pam's fam. If anyone else is interested in a secret Santa Christmas swap, please let me or Lena know. Yes, Pam and I are organizing a secret Santa Christmas swap. The rules of the swap are you will make one ornament, one other craft, and send that person a bag of their favorite candy. If you are interested in participating, please let Pam's fam know in the chat and she will contact you, or you can message me on Instagram and we will draw at the end of my broadcast next week. So next Sunday at the end of my broadcast, however long it is the end to the deadline to sign up. So you have a little bit to think about it if you don't want to make a commitment right now. Stevie Lee says, I want to try to make a Christmas card, a homemade one. I'll have to see what I come up with. Not sure on my skills. Stevie Lee, I agree with Angela. Just give it a try. I'm sure you will do great. If you are in need of help, reach out to any of us, in a stream and a message. I'm sure that, Mama Mouse, I'm sure would be happy to give you guidance. I'd be happy to give you guidance. We'd be happy to help and help you be successful. We want everyone to enjoy crafting. So this is just another little piece of yellow gingham from that Adventure Awaits series. This is kind of pretty. One side is kind of this black Mandela style, and on the back it's just like little strings of lights. I think that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Here is a green dot. This is more from that Adventure Awaits. I remember this is like little fireflies, and on this side is kind of blue gingham. This is lined paper, so this could be used for like a small journaling card, and on the back is little world and pocket watches and antique keys. There's 2 of these. I love them both. I don't know which side I would use because I absolutely love both sides of this. We've got more of this adventure awaits, and this is cute. These are the little cars that you could cut out. It was obviously double-sided. One says adventures out there. The Yeti says hello friend. Very cute, very kid style paper on this side. I might try to cut like the Yeti out for Expedition Everest or something. And on the back is just the yellow gingham again. Anytime, Stevie Lee, we want everyone to enjoy crafting. And some of this brown gingham with the kids' activities on the back. And I got a bigger piece of that one and a bigger piece of the dotted one. Both of them have the same kind of design on the back. This has got trees on one side and camping on the back. This actually I would use like if we were to go tour the Christmas decor at Fort Wilderness, the campgrounds, that's perfect for that. And then this All right, guys, can you hear me? I don't know what just happened. That was nuts. All of a sudden my computer just literally froze and restarted. So let's see if it's working still. And why I'm so orange, I have no freaking clue. I don't know why I'm so orange, guys, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so the last thing you saw was this one, the green trees and the uh, green trees and the I totally just spaced tents. See what? Not just breathe, Lena. It's okay. So the next thing is just this red paper, and on the back it has little leaves or feathers. Has your guys' computer ever done that to you before? That was just insane. Thank you, Stevie Lee. Tense. I could not come up with that word if you had paid me. Okay, so I apologize for that. I don't know what happened, but we're going to keep going. I've got one more thing to show you guys, and then we will call it an evening. Again, I'm dealing with packing tape. I'm not orange anymore. Good. I am glad. Can I be banana? But bing. So this set, it was said it was travel. There were 50 sheets of paper, stickers, and die cuts. So I don't know what's all in here, just from what I could see up front. So we will see together. All right. So it might be mad at us for our long stream. Oops, I don't think so. I'm wondering if when I had stuff laid on my computer, my power button, which is over here up in the top corner, and I'm wondering if it got smashed. Okay, Mommy Mouse, we will be here. Okay, so it looks like there are lots of different things in here. I'm picking up with my toes. Okay, so the first little piece that flew out is just a little decal that says remember. I don't know how, I guess, remember the trip or something. Excuse me. Sunday, all right. I'm wondering if it wasn't me. I'm wondering if it was something with Streamlabs made my computer, because Bob and Ashley just came up and it says Sunday night chat take 2. So I'm wondering if it wasn't just me. Interesting. Okay, so here's another one. It says travel moments to remember. That's very cute. It's got little sequins on it. And it looks like there are some creative memories die cuts. And it's very hard to see, but there's like little cameras. And this one has like little boats. This one is more boats and cameras. So these are all creative memories die cuts, old creative memories products. Pam Spam, that's right. Hashtag crazy bananas. So this one has got a very tropical feel, and it looks like it's very cartoonish. So this will probably go in my Crops of Love box, but it's kind of a Hawaiian feel, and it's the same on both sides. And there were 2 of those. There was a vinyl rub-on of Maui. So that will all go in the box for Crops of Love, as well as this little piece that says Utah. Here are some K& Co. 10-piece sticker set dimensionals that are for Florida. Very cute. And this is just a generic road, just a little generic road trip, and it's in 3D. More of the punch outs. This is a little suitcase that says Forever Forever. This says Memory Dream and has a little glittered suitcase on it. That's very cute. These are 3D stickers that have suitcases and sunglasses and a magazine and a compass rose. Stevie Lee die cuts here. I'll punch them out. Prior to an electronic cutting system, um, you had to punch out everything that you put in your books unless you handmade it. So, like, this would be a die cut punch out, and this one is an airplane. And Creative Memories doesn't make these anymore. They stopped making these many years ago, even before I was a consultant. So I hoard these. But here is the little punch out, and then there's other things left to be able to punch out of just this little die cut. Thank you, Pam. That's another great way to put it. And then I'm orange again. Um, must be lighting in here. And here's the 3D stickers. Here is somebody must have done a Paris trip because I've got an Eiffel Tower that says Paris, which will be perfect for Epcot, and other ones that say Memories. And these are Texas themed. They say the Lone Star State, the Alamo, everything's bigger in Texas, rodeo. Sam and I have talked about going to Texas. Again, we went to San Antonio um, several years ago, but um, that's a long story that we will not go into tonight. But here's another one about Texas. So those are all the stickers and die cuts. There's 50 sheets of paper here, guys. We will finish up this stack of paper and then we will end the stream. It still might take a while. And this is actually really nice cardstock. It's very heavy duty. So this one just says road trip over and over. This one just has different colored arrows. Now, for me, this paper would be very busy and I wouldn't want it just as a background. However, I would probably cut it apart, maybe either into strips, individual strips, or do strips and maybe some bigger blocks for, say, a background for a photo. But just a single sheet of this would drive me crazy bananas. This is just luggage paper. And this is airplanes. One of the things about picking up paper like this is that you never know how many sheets of paper you're going to get. So, like I was doing in the crafting stream with Mama Mouse, I will probably cut some of these apart to be able to use for a full page layout. This is just different symbols that you would see at the airport. This one says motel, welcome, one way, stop, and has other little symbols on it. Pam says, Stevie, there are tons of Dollar Tree store craft DIYs on video to look up for craft ideas. Very much so. I don't follow any specifically, um, but I know that they are out there. And um, if you go to your Dollar Tree and they do not have the specific item you are looking for, you can go online and see if you can find it and have it ordered and shipped to either you or the store. And if you don't need, say, 24 elf dolls, see if someone else in your area is needing them as well and maybe split the cost. Hey, Mike, welcome back. Yeah, I don't know what happened, and we're actually on the same stream. It let me right back in, so I didn't have to create a new stream, which makes Lena very happy. Oh, it looks like this stack of 50 sheets might have been some of it might have been part of a paper pad because two of these sheets were just connected. This is a sheet and it's got some embossed swirls in it and an outline of a plane, and it says World Traveler. The next one, there are two sheets of this one. I like when that happens. There is a swirl, and the background has an etched of kind of flower. And in the corner, there's a sketched out outline of luggage, and the bottom says adventure. And it is brown, so it's very sepia tone. I like it. This one is brown and has a compass rose. And again, there are two sheets of this one. I like when that happens. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. This one has just airplanes on it. It's made to look vintage, little blocks with little airplanes in it. Again, this one could be cut into strips or blocks to be able to use it on more than one sheet to kind of take away some of the busyness of the background. This one has two of the same sheet. It says road trip on it all over it. It's got classic cars. It has green embossed arrows going different directions with a green embossed road trip and world traveler on it. Very pretty. Sam and I do like to go on road trips, so this would be perfect for a book or album on doing that. Mike says, yes, I took a chance and clicked on the stream since I couldn't find a new one in my subscriptions. Thank you for doing that, Mike. I appreciate that. Okay, this one is just kind of brown checked. It's made to look kind of leathery, and it's got gold embossed swirls in each of the corners. So this is another one that I could cut. I couldn't necessarily cut it in half, but I could cut it diagonally. Sorry. Boop. Find it diagonally, and that way I'm not cutting up the embossed swirls, and I could use it one on one side of the layout and other on the other side. This one says Travel Times, breaking news from around the world, volume 24, issue 16, with a compass rose in the bottom. I like this. This would be great to go with like the road trip paper, because like I like to do everything in pairs. Or this could be great as the front page for a book. This is a piece of dark blue with just some bricks on it. It kind of looks like a globe style when you are kind of looking at it digitally. And the next piece is just kind of a piece of distressed red. I think people are refinding the stream. We went from 5, we're back up to 8. Thank you, those who are joining back in with us. I am so sorry. I do not know what happened. All of a sudden, my computer froze and then it started. It was a little weird, so I apologize. This one says adventure, discover world. Lots of little words about travel, and some of them are embossed in blue. Very cute, very vintage. I don't know what pad this vintage paper came out of, but I really like it. This one is green. It's got a map in the background, and the compass rose and the swirl in the two corners are embossed. The next one is, it says arriving on track, and it's got a train in the bottom corner. And it is still part of this vintage that we've got going on. The next one is another one I actually got two of, and it is brown polka dots with embellished corners swirls. Even though there's 2 pages of this, I probably would cut this apart just because the dots would drive my head crazy. All right, the next one is a vintage again. It's got colored stripes when the two corners have embossed gold swirls. Does anyone else really love this vintage style paper? I don't know where the pad came from, and I'm probably going to drive myself bonkers checking craft stores looking for this particular pad of paper. This one has a compass rose, very distinct in the bottom right corner. Up in the top left, it's got kind of a faded compass rose into the background. It's got antique script that you can't read, and then it says road trip. Mike Wheeler, I hope I'm doing an okay job of making sure I'm describing everything so you can kind of tell what we're doing. The next one is similar to the paper I just shared with you, only it says Adventure, the World Awaits, and it's got road trip signs in the bottom corner. The next one says it's red, and it has the little airplane blocks in the background, and it has embossed Adventure and Explore on it. This one has an old seam liner in the bottom right corner. It says World Traveler, and it has our swirl that we've all come to know and love in the top left corner. Mike Lewis says, if you ever make something for a Doug from PTV, you should use that train one. Good to know. Pam Spam says, if you do take a train to Chicago, that would be perfect for you to meet up you talked about earlier. Yes, Pam Spam, very much so. All right, this next one has 2 sheets, and it reminds me of when my old DOS computer went nuts. However, it is just the digitalized version of a airplane flight schedule, and there is 2 sheets of this. The next one looks like a little bit of a scroll, but it has all different kinds of words about travel, and they're in all different types of font. And it has a compass rose, a Statue of Liberty, a pocket watch, the Eiffel Tower, and a piece of luggage. Oh, good, Mike. I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm describing things well for you. The next one has just little different kind of faded in stamps. So it'd be maybe something from a trip, a different, like a tour trip, historic landmarks, experience, escape, and things like that. So the next one says Asia world travel, has the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So it's very much, European. The next one is Italy themed. This is Bellissimo, Old Italia, Ciao Bella, Tuscany. So this is definitely when somebody went to Italy. This would be good for Epcot. The next one is, it reminds me of Mary Englebright, kind of that cartoony, colory, and it's different blocks with different types of luggage. This would probably be something that I might cut apart and use for um, borders. I don't know. It's not really my style. It might end up going into the Crops of Love box. I do have a friend who loves Mary Englebright type things, and I might check with her and see if that's something that she might be interested in. All right, this next one I have two sheets of, and it is postcards from around the world. Some are the back is showing with kind of an older font like you'd expect from your grandmother, and some are just the fronts of different national landmarks. Uh, this next paper, there are 3 sheets of it, and it reminds me of the Jungle Cruise. It's kind of got the tiki masks. It's got kind of the spears thing going on. Quite interesting. Very interesting. That Italy one is cool. It is very cool. Let me pull that one back up again. Here's a little. I'm trying. Here it is again. I really like it. I wish there was more than one of this because I'm going to end up having to cut it apart, and that makes me sad. I may do this Italy one the same way I did the Mickey Magical Memories one earlier in Mama Mouse and I's Craft Stream. I may cut it into 4 blocks and use it for photo corners. All right, this next one is a single sheet. Steve Lee says, very interesting photo-like paper. You can actually, if you get the right printer, you can print your own scrapbook paper. Sorry. You can do if there's a nice photo like um the Tower of Terror photo paper that was in my album in Mama Mouse and I's Craft Stream earlier. That's definitely a photo that someone has printed and I bought the paper of. So you can print your own that looks like a photo. This next sheet kind of has multiple states on it, so it's very travel, road trip style. It's got Florida, Vegas, Georgia, California, Yosemite, Texas, Illinois, Alaska, New York, and it's very kind of cartoony-esque. This one has, I really can't even read. It's just kind of got like little postcards and little photos. It's very cartoony again. Probably not something I will use. It will probably, like the sheet before this one, go into the Crops of Love box. You could do a lot with that. Which one, Angela? This one is just little traffic signs. I kind of like that. That's good for road trip paper. There's another sheet of this one, so it'll go over in the Crops of Love pile. This one, oh, I really like this one. This one has antique cars and old Airstreams on it, and it's got like what different states kind of behind for definitely road trip paper. I really like this one. We're getting down to the end, guys. The next one, there are 2 sheets of it. And it says Hollywood on it. And it's got a woman kind of dressed up with a dress and like a mink stole, and it's got the old time cameras and click boxes and Oscar awards on it. This is another one that I'm not quite sure that I would use. It'll probably go in the Crops of Love box. The Italy paper, yes. Oh my gosh, there's so much I could do with that, and that's why I'm kind of sad there's only one piece. I'm really gonna have to decide what I want to use it on. All right, there looks like there's one sheet of this next one, and it just says San Francisco on it. So it's lots of things about San Francisco. That'll go in the Crops of Love box. The next two are matching, and they say California on it, and it has someone surfing. It's very kind of cartoon drawn. There's someone surfing a wave, there's a tree, there's grapes, there's flowers, sunshine, boats. All right. So this one, it reminds me of a dictionary. It's very small print. I don't really like it, but it's got bigger words in it. It says yacht, destination, hotel, play, anticipation, boardwalk, relax, sunny, boat. I don't think you guys really need to tell. It's just got a whole bunch of words written on it. I don't really care for that. And the next two are they match, but they don't. They're different states. And I would use these two for like a road trip layout. So I will just show them to you individually. Here is the first one. And then here is the second one. All right, so that is all I'm planning to share with you tonight. Stevie Lee says that Hollywood one could have been used for this old ride that Pepper Tree Villa talked about on someone's stream. Something that starts in a limo. It was a failed ride. Hmm. I was, if probably something that I would have used it for if the ride was still there would have been um the Great Movie Ride. It would probably be good for that. It's very cartoony for my taste, which I don't use a whole lot of pattern paper. I like to use the pattern paper more for um, decor on the page instead of making it the background of the page. My friend Jess actually did a series, and I'll have to find it. And she took one of the paper packets, the whole mat packets, and used it to do her whole book, and showing how you could cut apart a piece of paper and use it for layouts and multiple uses for it. So I think that is going to be it for tonight. I am so sorry about the whole pause in the middle of the stream thing. That was totally not intended nor expected. So I appreciate you guys staying with me. If you have not already, please hit the like for the video or the dislike if you didn't like it. If you didn't like it, I'm very sorry. Next Sunday will be the last of the haul videos. I think I've got it spaced out enough. I know there's several big paper pads in there. I may not show everything out of the paper pad. I might try to flip through it a little bit in advance and pick out some pages that are my favorites, as opposed to showing you every single page out of that. Some of these that are in the baggies, I don't even know what they are. I promised Mama Mouse I wouldn't open them until the stream, but trying otherwise I might end up having to stretch it another week, and I just think that 3 weeks of a haul is more than plenty. So with that, I think we're going to say goodnight. Um, don't forget to check out the other YouTubers tonight who are live, and let's take a look and see who is live tonight on the live place. I'd like to thank everyone who is watching in the replay for watching the video. I also like to thank Dean at the live place. He hosts over 70 family-friendly live streams. If you are looking for family-friendly live streams like this one, please check out theliveplace.com. Right now, it looks like Bob and Ashley have their Sunday night live chat going on. At 8 p.m. Eastern, a Disney Life for Me has trivia. At 9 p.m. Eastern, Dole Whip Dad has DizTube Live on Sunday nights. And that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey guys, if you have not already, please head over to Diz Our Dreams. They are so close to 1,000 subscribers. And Jeff promised on Friday during their live stream, if when they reach 1,000 subscribers, he will do the disco in his bell bottoms. So we definitely need to get them to 1,000 subscribers because personally I want to watch him doing the disco. So with that, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week. Mama Mouse and I need to kind of confirm on things for our Sunday crafting streams, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to now be a thing. So with that, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in doing the Secret Santa gift exchange, please message myself on Instagram or Pam Spam, and her information is in the chat. Have a great night. Bye, guys.